Start. All right, cool. What's up, everybody? On today's episode of the hashtag Blackout podcast, we talk about how white men can finally jump again. All that and more on this exciting, we're backing at it again episode of the hashtag Blackout podcast. Pew, 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 pew. Play that funky music, white boy. What up? Welcome back. Welcome back again to the hashtag Blackout podcast, episode 243. After a little bit of Super Bowl hiatus,
For
we're
sure.
back at it again. I am Jared.
What's good, people? I am Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
Yes, sir.
Cousin.
See.
My question of the day, we'll just go ahead and ask it. How come women can hide their phones in their bras, but men can't hide their phones in their drawers?
We could. I mean, you just got to deal with the consequence of, when you pick that phone up and put it to your face, what you're going to be putting to your face, the residue or residue, however cleanliness you, partake in. I don't know. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously men can, but there's always that sweat stank. You know what I'm trying to say? If it's like the summertime, you've been walking for a minute, and your phone rang. It also might look a little weird if you're reaching down into your pants to try to pull something out,
True. What if it was one of those flip phones and you could just cuff it like this on each side?
Oh man, this gives a new meaning to Beyonce's cuffing song.
But then of course you got radio waves and stuff like entering and exiting your ball sack, so probably don't want that.
You have a 3-eyeball child show up. And that's interesting because women, I've seen women hide phone, money, like
guns,
like
firearms,
card, payment card, guns, ID, all kinds of things up top. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm trying to think when I worked in the restaurant industry, I never had a situation where I had to touch a card that I saw was pulled out from up there. You
never know.
I'm trying to remember if I've ever had that at a farmer's market or any of the pop-ups. I believe I have, but I just had the lady hold the card when I saw that. Because it's weird, I think it's weird for somebody to pull out a card and give it to you to use to pay with, especially if it's like a hot day and they sweating out there. So you want to, it's nasty. I don't know, man. I think it's sort of nasty on both sides. But
Can you imagine? Do you usually carry cash with you?
Carry what? Cash?
Cash, yeah.
Yeah, I mean just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
Can you imagine how many dollar bills you have on you that were attached to a stinky cooch or a stinky G-string or a stinky thong from a strip club?
Man, I've never thought about that.
Just imagine.
I mean, that's why I'm glad my dad taught me at a young age not to lick my hands after playing with money. I mean, imagine it. Yeah, that's pretty sad. What's even, I don't even know, man. What's even wilder is like, sometimes you'll give your kids like $4 or $5, you go to the store or something like that. Imagine your kids holding that money. Going to buy stuff.
But can you imagine
going to buy a candy bar? Yeah.
At a young age, putting that dollar in their mouth, just like on their lips, and just being a kid, because I have to deal with that a lot too.
I've seen it. It's disgusting. Man, I think that I can't imagine how much money that has passed my hands, that have also ended up or come from there, I guess. come from
Mm-hmm.
the G string. You know, as
Yeah.
long as it was a gluten-free lap dance, I guess it's okay.
Gluten-free lap
But
dances. Thank you, Mr. J. Del Negro, for that.
but still, it's still pretty wild to think about that.
And
Now,
what
the other,
consists of a gluten-free lap dance since we're on it?
I don't know. I do not know. Where did it say that video was from? Michigan?
Possibly.
I
Let
think it was,
me
or it was
look it.
Oregon. I can't remember.
Let me look it right quick.
Wow.
Portland, Oregon. Yep.
Portland. Yeah, there you go. Oregon. I'm not surprised, but a gluten-free lap dance, you know, to me, that just means that, you know, you're getting all meat. You know what I'm trying to say? Getting all meat, no filler, no bread. It's an open face sandwich. You know, it's an open face sandwich. It is a lettuce wrap with no bread. You know,
Interesting.
you just get the roast beef and cheese and sauce.
Interesting. That is interesting. Anybody out there got an explanation for a gluten-free lap dance? Please call us in. Call in to us and let us know. Gluten-free lap dances, people. What is
indeed.
it? What does it consist of?
I'm scared to know. The other thing, you know, I want to go back to hiding
money in the cooch?
whatever. No. Yeah, I mean just hiding your phone like in certain, you know, in your underwear or in your bra, whatever.
Right,
so I mean, if you took a shower that day before you hid your phone, technically anywhere you hide it on your person is clean, right?
Technically.
At what point does it go from clean to dirty? Because if you put on clean underwear after you took a shower and washed your body, your whole body should be clean.
If you wash your body, because there's a lot of guys and girls out there, well, guys specifically, that think washing your nether regions and your butt is considered a little homosexual, which is very, very weird.
Really?
Very weird. Yes, I've seen lots of people, lots of guys talk about this
That's wild.
online, whether they were like trolling or being, you know, I don't know, but I think I've heard a lot about this. Some guys saying they don't wash their ass because they think it's gay, which is
that doesn't make any sense at all. That don't make a lick of sense, honestly.
Doesn't.
I mean, they just let water and soap run down it, and they think it's clean.
I don't know. It's like I don't want to bring race into this, but it's like, damn, why do I have to do this? No, so it's like this order. It's like this thing that was on the news here. I guess in the past couple of years, they asked one white lady, whether she washed her legs or not. She's like, no, I don't wash anywhere, below my knees. And, you know, they got a whole bunch of, you know, people talking about, you know, the cleanliness of I guess some white people, you know. It's like some white men say, oh, I only wash like maybe once a week or, you know, a couple times a month. One lady I saw, she did an interview. She said she only washed like maybe once a month because nothing really stank on her. Like, okay, yeah. Okay.
Once a month.
I
don't understand the. I don't understand the thought process. I mean, hey, you know, it maybe it's just like I just said, you know, like you wash yourself, you put on clean clothes. If you're not like really like working out down there or like doing anything else different, you know, if you don't get mud splashed on you or something like that, maybe that makes sense. But then again, I don't. Okay, so this is the problem I have with that whole situation. Is because I think I sent it to you recently. There was a video of a lady who hadn't washed her hair in like 20-something years, right?
Oh, yeah.
She hadn't washed her hair in 20-something years. She hadn't brushed it or combed it, any of that stuff, right? And so this hair was like, it was like a big matted mess. You know what I'm trying to say? So finally, and she would go to stores and they would kick her out because she had flies coming out of her hair and her hair smelled and all this stuff. But she's like, I don't think I need to wash it. Blah blah blah. I don't know why she did, but um, but she finally got it cut, and her head was full of lice. It was full of. It was just disgusting, right? So, and then on top of that, the skin under the hair, had grown like layers of skin. Like there's all kinds of stuff. So you think about that, and you think about other people who don't wash portions of their body, and the skin just grows, and it constantly creates another layer of skin. The washing process actually, slowly clears off dead skin cells and things like that.
Yeah.
So you get to a point where you have like some crusty, like snake-looking legs, lizard legs. Do you want to be a girl with lizard legs or a guy with lizard legs or no? I think it's disgusting.
Very.
That's my problem. Yeah.
Very disgusting.
That's so bad.
So yeah, that's how the world sort of works. For some folks nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's disgusting.
Very.
So you know what? If you don't wash down there and you hide your phone down there,
Oof.
you are a disgusting individual.
Ooh.
I hope Apple cancels your Apple Care plan.
Ugh. Then those little like holes at the bottom of your iPhone, like the little speaker holes. You get like little doo-doo particles and little ball skin particles. Little what do you call that? The what was the name of it? That junk that used to accumulate near
from cheddar from under cheese.
There you go.
Oh, that's so bad. No, man. Imagine.
Then it's like, let me borrow your phone, dog. I need to call somebody.
Yeah.
Oof.
And it smelled like doo-doo.
What's that smell? Yeah.
It's ball sack on your cheek. That's what it is. That's horrible. That's horrible. That is horrible. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all.
No.
You know what? So in that case, guys, do not hide anything in your pants. Phone, money, firearm. We already know that there's several people who have accidentally shot themselves. So yeah, it's just not a good idea. Wow. All right. That was a great way to start it off, to kick it off. Okay. So yeah. So do you want to do voicemails next or what?
Sure. Let's get into them voicemails. All right, people. I'm gonna see if I can play these voicemails from a little phony phone. Going back to February 2nd. Let's go. Turn this up. And here we go. If we could log in.
What's up, y'all? It's me, Steven 99. I'm a little stopped up today. And I know you haven't heard from me in a minute. Just, you know how I am about cold weather. I hate it. So the temperatures I got down here is like 29. And now all of a sudden they're back up to like 60. And of course my sinus is I got a cold. But anyway, I've been at the house watching a lot of TV. Please tell me if y'all seen the movie by Monique called The Reading on Prime or BET Plus, I think. Y'all, when I tell you her character scared the heck out of me, it was like her husband told her, act like you act when you be at the house. Just be yourself. It's really good. What else have I seen? M. Shyamalan, I knocked at the cabin door. I wasn't too happy about that.
No.
And that's about it. What y'all been doing? How y'all been? I just been chilling since all this Memphis stuff, just been sitting back, just chilling out. But I'm still here. Sounding kind of weird, but I'm still here. I will talk to you guys later. Oh yeah, we'll talk about Beyonce tickets when I call back.
All right. Yeah, no, I have not seen the new Monique movie. I'm kind of scared.
No,
I don't know if I want to see.
I haven't either. I
Yeah.
haven't either.
Have you watched anything decent lately?
Man, what did I watch as of late? Other than the movie that we talked about earlier, trying to think, what did I watch recently? I'm sort of mad because I know there's something that I did watch on Netflix, but I can't remember it. Or maybe it was on Hulu. I don't know. I can't. If I can't remember it, so I'm not gonna say anything. I'm sorry.
It's all
I
good.
don't know.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. If there's a movie that will get your anxiety up and your blood pressure rising,
Mhm.
and you just don't want to, you can't look at the screen, especially if you're afraid of heights. There's a movie called Fall that came out last year. It's about these two girls that they're mountain climbers, and one of it starts out with the girl and her husband. Husband ends up falling off a mountain, dies tragically. A year passes. One of the girl who is the friend, not the one that had her husband die, is like an adventure thrill seeker YouTuber personality, and she convinces the friend to say, "Hey, let's go climb this 2,000-foot tower in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the desert." They climb it. They make it to the top, right? And eventually, apparently, it was so rusty and old, the tower, that the ladder that connected everything broke off, and they're just stuck there, and they can't do anything about it but try to make it through. I'm not gonna give away a movie, but if you're queasy at the stomach from seeing heights, they shot this thing so well to where you're like, you kind of want to throw up. You get a little butterfly guts and stuff like that. So it's a wild movie. I ain't saying it's the greatest movie, but it's a movie full of dumb decisions.
Yeah,
and it's worth the watch if you want to see dumb women do things.
Speaking of movies like that or videos like that, I was in the T-Mobile store yesterday, and they, for some reason, one of the videos they had on. Oh no, not T-Mobile. It was another store. I was getting the phone fixed, right? The screen fixed. I was in the T-Mobile store yesterday, but this is a separate store that actually fixes cracked screens. So I was in there picking up a phone, and on the wall, they had like a monitor running, just showing random stuff.
Right.
And so they were showing videos of these guys doing parkour on tall buildings.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Like 8-10 stories up. Like, this was crazy. So it shows this one video, this one dude jumped from one building to another building. And I mean, I am no long jumper. When I was at my athletic peak years ago, I could jump. I mean, I could jump far enough. I think I can't remember what my longest, standing broad jump was, or whatever they call it. But I mean, this dude, I swear it looked like he was jumping like a 15-foot chasm from building to building. And when he jumps from one building toward the other one, the what do you call it? Like, the camera cuts just before he's supposed to land at the other building, so it looks like he might be short. And then it cuts to like two friends grabbing one friend and like pulling them onto the building. And at this point, I'm literally just seeing this, so I don't know if it's the same guy or not, but it leads me to think that maybe it was the same dude. And then, they get it from there, and they stand up, and then they jump parkour across to another building and another across the building. And I tell the guy in there, man, I'm like, dude, I mean, I can appreciate parkour, but I can't deal with heights. And the guy's like, yeah, man, I'm scared of heights. The guy who works there, he's like, I can't stand when that video scrolls on, cycles on. But watching some of that stuff, man, especially these guys who are free climbers who just climb buildings, their bare hands.
Yeah.
There was one recently where they were like, yeah, we had it's like called a free climbing experience. And it was like this one, these two people who were like, highly experienced, free climbers, no ropes or anything like that. And they climb buildings all the time. So like, yeah, we climbed this 50-story building with, Jean-Jacques, whatever, the climber man. And it was an amazing experience. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? There is no thrill in my life worth, trying to do that. Like, I don't think so. So yeah, anything like that I see, especially the people who are doing like the air fly, like the fly diving or whatever they call it, like going like 100 miles per hour flying.
Yeah.
Nope. Can't do it.
There's one thing I still want to do, and that is skydive. I would love to do that just once.
Yeah.
I know I saw it recently. Red Man, he got his official certified skydiver. I don't know what you call it, certificate. So he's like an official skydiver. He could go by himself. He doesn't need anybody strapped to the back of him.
Okay. Yeah.
Pause. But yeah. Anyway, interesting movie to watch if anybody wants to check that out. You'll be screaming at the screen the whole time. On to the next voicemail.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? This is Spencer Steven.
Hold on. So I'm reading the transcript here. And she said dun 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 dun. But the transcript did it as Peppa Pig.
I think I saw that. That's funny.
Wow. Anyway.
Peppa Pig. Oh, y'all know who this is. We ain't got to go through all that. But look, I think it's real disrespectful when chicken places cut up a chicken wing and want to say, here 2 pieces of chicken.
Yep.
Let's argue. Let's argue about it. Let's argue. I think it's disrespectful. It needs to be a law against it. It's just on my mind. I've seen a couple of things, and it's just real disrespectful. It's not like I could eat a lot of chicken anyways, you guys, especially fried chicken. But when I do get a chance to cheat, I mean, it's disrespectful. You gonna cut up the little helpless part and give me the other part of the. I think it's disrespectful. And let's argue. Okay, this is the let's argue segment. All right. And also, have y'all seen a Monique movie called The Reading? Man, let me tell you, that woman scared me. You got to look at it on BET. I probably already talked to y'all, I don't know. But look, she acted herself. She was playing herself, sitting there. Her husband said, baby, just do you. Just do you for being blackballed. Okay, check it out. Excuse me. I'm suffering a little sinus, and I'm going to talk to you guys later.
All right.
Wow. Okay, so I'll let you speak. Well, I'll let you speak on it. Thank you, Kayla, about the wings, the chicken wing situation. Because I saw she posted something on her own. She posted something on her Facebook about that.
I don't like it either. I don't like it at all. I mean, I see what they're trying to do. The restaurant obviously trying to save some money and thinking people won't notice, but hey man, come on, you can't that's little wingettes that you selling. Give me a full chicken wing. Full. The drum and the flat. Give me that. Hell, give me that little part that stick at the end too. So that's how I feel.
Okay.
Come on, you got the food answer.
I have two feelings about this.
Okay.
I have a perspective from somebody who sells food, and then I have a perspective from somebody who would have to consume and buy it, right?
Okay.
So as a food seller, right, as a pop-up food seller, a restaurant, or whatever you want to call it, the cost of food is high. The cost of chicken is I mean, it's not crazy expensive compared to beef or pork, whatever it is, but it is more expensive than it has been in years past for like the same piece, right? It's incrementally more expensive. So with that being said, you know, people are restaurants or whatever you want to call it are trying to capitalize on two pieces. You know, it's actually a three-piece, like it's a three-piece um portion of meat. They have like the drumette, they have the flat, which is sort of like, let's see here. So the drumette is like the like your muscle,
Right.
your tricep and bicep.
Yeah, and you got
The
the flat
flat,
as your
you know,
forearm.
is like your forearm, and then the little like wingtip is like your hands, right?
Right.
So they're trying to capitalize on all three of those pieces, right? And really just charge you for these two individually. But you know, which I can understand to try to make money off of it. But then again, to call this a piece and this a piece, I do personally believe is a little. I don't know if I wouldn't call it dishonest. I would
Mm-hmm.
just say it's maybe taking advantage, you know, a little bit of the situation. When, in all honesty, you could just charge people a little bit more for a full wing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
in that scenario, if and when I do a chicken pop up, a fried chicken pop up, I will charge for a full wing, and I'm gonna do the whole three piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be the whole all three, you know,
Yep.
because as a person who has to buy that, I would feel a little bit ripped off if I understood the consequences, or I mean, if I understood like the difference of all three pieces. And then also, there's a place back in the day, man. I'm gonna tell you what. So one of my dishes is gonna be called the Timmy Chan. Do you remember Timmy Chan's in Houston?
I remember
You
the
ever go
name.
to?
Yeah.
We call it Chimmy Chan. When I was a little
I
kid, I
remember the
remember
name.
that. So Timmy Chan's place, historic, legendary hood food. Um, Basically, it was fried chicken, and you can get like a wing dinner of any size, but it was the full three piece. Bam, bam,
Yep.
bam.
Yep.
All three pieces, deep fried with a ton of MSG,
Oh,
most
of course.
likely in
Yep.
the seasoning and the batter,
Yep.
and then which kept people coming back. But then it was that on top of a bed of rice and some brown gravy. That was it.
I was just about to say, man, they got a place every time I go back home, Mama's Fried Chicken. You order
Hmm
3 wings with rice, you get 3 full wings and some rice dressing.
And about how much is that? About how much is that?
Probably like, oh man, when was the last time? I think the last time I went, it was probably $7-ish, $8 maybe.
Hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think Timmy Chan's, yeah, was somewhere around that same price, you know, for like a three piece.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, somewhere like 7 to 10, somewhere in that range. I can't
Yeah.
remember. It's been a long time. But that would be one of the dishes that I have. 3 piece of fried chicken,
Yep.
you know, over rice and a little bit of gravy, man. And yeah, I'll charge just like that because, you know, the rice don't cost much. The gravy don't cost much in the grand scheme of things. The chicken is the part that costs the most.
Yep.
So yeah,
$8. Looking at it right now, $8.
there you go. I feel you, Kayla. While I do understand from a food seller concept, try to
Mm-hmm.
maximize capitalism, try to make more money, take more
Yep.
money, I can feel you on the other side. So yeah, I
Definitely.
agree.
All right. On to the next. Here we go.
You already know who this is. This is me, Kayla. Okay, just forget the Memphis Diva 99. Look, I'm pissed. Let's argue. I'm upset. Okay,
I'm upset.
so I like Beyonce. I followed Beyonce throughout the years. Love Destiny Child, you know, hate they kicked the child out and kept the two destinies. Look, Beyonce.
Oh no.
Why are your tickets so high, sweetheart? We poor people. And even if I had money.
Uh-oh. Looks like Jay cut out. So that's unfortunate. But it sounds like sounded like Kayla was, mentioning that she, was upset about the cost of tickets. Let's see if I can bring Jay back on.
Hello, can you hear me?
I got you back.
Unfortunately, my camera's not on. I don't know why.
We can still hear you, though.
The light is on and all that other stuff, but let me see if I can finish this voicemail a little bit.
Like, people are really getting part-time jobs and stuff to pay these Beyonce tickets off.
Mm-hmm.
It's atrocious. I don't know if that's a word or not, but I'm really upset because what about us? What about the people who cringe when they get a disconnect notice?
Dang it. Keep happening. So I don't know. Jay popped off. But anyway, it sounded like she was alluding to, how expensive it is for the tickets for Beyonce show. But I really think that you can, what's the word? You can expand that to, really any concert, any musician's concert. They get crazy expensive. I know just even going to like some unknown musicians, it still costs, something like $20, something like that, $30, excuse me, to get like a ticket just for somebody that like nobody's ever heard of, somebody that's underground, somebody that my son would say like underrated or something like that. So I can get where you come from, Memphis Diva, especially with the fact that people got bills to pay. But musicians don't care. They got to make their money. They got to pay for all them people on tour, all the staff and stuff like that. So I definitely feel your pain, but I also understand from the perspective of them. Also understand from the perspective of the musician. Anyway, let's see if we can get Jay back on here. Somehow, potentially. Let's see if I can get Jay back on here. Dang, look at that. Price looks good. All right, let's see. Jay, you gonna be able to make it back? Be able to make it back. Let's see. Oh, not there yet. All right, well, while we're waiting for Jay to get back onto the show. So I have a question. So I know that we are, let's see here, several days past Rihanna's Super Bowl appearance. Oh, wait, I think this is Jay. Hold on. Are you back? You back?
I hope so.
Okay, he's back. All right. We'll table that topic. I was just going to talk about. Okay, so I know Kayla was talking about the expense of concert tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you want to finish playing it, you can. Otherwise, we could just talk about how expensive they are.
It's not much left.
Okay. I'm just appalled. I'm just shocked. What's she gonna do? Do a magic trick? She gonna fly across the room? She got some wings? What? Is she a mutant? She gonna show? I don't know, but I'd be damned if I pay that much money for a Beyonce ticket. Times are hard. Times are hard, y'all. I just went to Aldi's and the eggs was $5, so I bought a box of egg whites for $3.69. Times are hard, Beyonce. Buy some chicken.
Jay's camera is wigging out and it disappeared. Wow. I don't know what just happened there, but yeah, I get you, Kayla. I understand what you're saying. The stuff is expensive, man. It is what it is. The tickets are expensive to try to do anything fun or exciting. So, I get it. I completely understand. I'd say that you just be better off listening to the music and, watching the TikToks and the Instagrams and the Facebooks and all that people post from there. There's likely somebody to be going live from the event, via TikTok or something like that. So just wait for those events to start and do that. There's no reason to spend, thousands and thousands or hundreds of dollars on a ticket. So
Hello.
let's see if I can get him back. Yep. I see you.
You see I'm on, but I don't know what this freaking trash Amazon camera probably.
Yeah, if the camera's not working, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
we'll just talk. So, how much are tickets to that concert?
I don't know. Let's see. Beyonce.
I just want to know.
Beyonce tickets 2023. See ticket prices. Okay, this is coming September. Arlington near me.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Beyonce. Let me see what you got. Ooh, Lord. 100. Okay, I see everything as low as 128.
Okay.
All the way to still going. Ooh, Lord. Still going, still scrolling. All right. See, now this is ridiculous. All the way to 12. I'm at $1,200 now. Oh, I'm at $1,600. Yeah, no, she crazy. Floor seats, $10,000.
There's. This is the problem. And this is not this is not just Beyonce specific, right? I think this is a lot of artists, musicians like this who get, so big that they are, that they are, I don't know, almost like, they're obviously superstar status, but they get so big that I don't know if they necessarily forget what it was like to be smaller and be able to have fans be able to come and enjoy your show. But that's pricing a lot of people out, and I know that there's a point where they're just like, you know what, man, if you want to come, you're gonna spend the money to come regardless of wherever you sit. But that's pricing a lot of people out. And wouldn't you want to be, I don't know, me as an entertainer, I would much rather have the majority of my fans be able to come and be able to afford it. And, floor seats, I can understand that they would be expensive. Yeah. But that many thousands of dollars just to get on the floor, I don't think I could charge them. I couldn't charge that much just like in my right mind. I just couldn't, man.
Okay.
I just couldn't, man. I couldn't.
So I think they have recorded the most expensive concert ticket ever was $14,000 to a Led Zeppelin concert.
Led Zeppelin. Wow.
Yeah.
It just doesn't even make no sense, man. Because there's one thing about maybe the floor seats include like an in-person experience. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Even though a lot of those one-on-one in-person experiences is just you standing behind a rope next to the person shows up and you take a selfie with them or like something stupid like that. Mm-hmm. But it has to include more than just standing on the floor to watch the show. You know?
Gotta be.
Even I think even the most loyal fan would say that is insane. Who can go to that? What normal person would be able to go to a concert like that?
You have to be a super Beyonce fan with deep pockets.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, like my son and I, so this weekend here is the All-Star game, the basketball All-Star game, NBA All-Star game. And so there was there's several events that you can go to. One is like the NBA experience where you walk around and play games and stuff. Mm-hmm. Second one was the Celebrity All-Star game, which tickets for that were $40 to $50, somewhere around there. Then there's the NBA Rising Stars game. So it's like the old school rookie game. They have it updated now. So tickets for that were around, like $40 to $50, right? Same thing.
Right.
And then they have like the HBCU Classic, which is Southern versus Grambling, which happened yesterday. Which tickets for that were, I think they initially started around $20, and then last I saw they're like $40, per ticket. And then the All-Star Saturday Night, which has the 3-point contest, the dunk contest, the skills challenge. Tickets for that were running at about $100, $150 per ticket for the nosebleed, right? And all these ticket prices, I'm telling you, is like the cheapest price I saw. And then the actual All-Star game is like $450 for the nosebleeds. Personally, the game that I always wanted to go to was the dunk contest.
Yeah.
And that's the one that I was like, you know what, of all the All-Star Weekend things, I don't care about the game itself. I just want to go to dunk contest and watch it, right?
Right.
So I looked at that for me and my son to go, and I was like, you know what, no, there's no way that I want to pay just for him and I. Shoot, there's no way that I want to pay for my whole family. You know what I'm trying to say? So, and then the All-Star game, the same thing. So I ended up going with him to the rookie game, just because I was like, you know what, these are like some stars, some young stars, and eventually will be big stars. A portion of them. So I was like, at least we can go and see, say we saw them like when they're in their first year or two in the league. So, so we went to that, and it was good. And we still had upper deck seats, still for the $50, but they were actually good seats, right? So I couldn't. It's very hard for me to want to spend that much money unless it is like my favorite team, a once in a lifetime situation, like the game that I went to with my son to see TCU versus Michigan in the college football playoff. That's my college that I went to school at, so that's a favorite team. And then my other childhood favorite team, Michigan. In that situation, I was willing to shell out $100 a ticket just because I was like, you know what, this has never happened, and who knows when it will happen again.
Right.
That's different. But thousands. There was an opportunity for me to buy tickets that were like, a couple $1,000s, like on row 15 on the bottom level. I was like, no, I ain't doing that.
Crazy.
I ain't doing that.
Crazy. Wow.
So the upper deck seats for this Beyonce concert are probably going to sell out immediately. And then I'm wondering what they're going to do with the $10,000. What did you say, $10,000, $12,000 ticket?
A little over 10,000.
Yeah, I'm wondering what they're going to do, because the closer you get to showtime, you're going to have to start doing giveaways, or you're going to have to start doing reduced prices.
From what I see, there's no I see there's still a couple tickets left for that area. But no. There's no like incentive, no meet the artist type thing, backstage pass or anything. No,
that would only thing. I think that would be the only thing that would make it worthwhile. Jay, what are we doing, man? We should really just be buying up these tickets and reselling them.
Ticket scalpers,
some money. Yeah, so if you sell them on SeatGeek and like StubHub, for over face value, you'd be all right. You know what I'm trying to say?
True. That is
the
true.
only thing that's illegal is selling it on the premises of where the concert or game is happening for more than face value. You can sell it online for whatever you want, but when you get to the location, the arena, whatever it is, you have to sell it for face value or lower. Otherwise, you will be considered illegal. So we just need to buy up a bunch of tickets, man.
Yeah, it sounds like we should, man.
Buy up the block.
Buy the block and resell it.
Telling you. Good idea.
Man. All right, Miss Memphis Diva, let's go to the next one.
I'm not leaving my Instagram handle with you guys. As you know, this is my yearly Valentine's ugly poem. So for the next couple of days before Valentine's, I will be leaving poems. Roses are red, violets are blue. You didn't fart in front of me, so thank you. Goodbye.
What?
Amazing.
Wow. Thank you for that Valentine
Ooh,
poem.
yes.
That's
You
good.
guys have a good Valentine Day.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool, man. We just chilled at the house. Like,
Mm,
after me working in food service and my wife also, over the years, like, it's just not fun to try to go and get reservations and go out and, like,
mm-hmm.
elbow people for space on Valentine's Day. It's just not fun. So we
That's
chilled at
right.
the house. I made a taco heart platter,
That's cool.
and some chocolate covered strawberries and some chocolate covered bacon strips, bacon roses. Sorry, chocolate covered bacon roses. So, oh yeah,
Nice.
and I used Sir John Lee's "Girl Love Blue" song to when I did a video of it on the Hooks Rub page.
Okay.
And there's like the end part where they had the dude sings um, chocolate covered roses.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about that. So that's why I did the
Nice.
bacon,
Nice.
chocolate bacon roses. So it was cool. It
Very
was good.
nice.
What about y'all?
We ain't did diddly squat. I am tired, as many men are, when it was regarding Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
It's man, I got my wife a bag of M&Ms the day before.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the only candy that I ended up buying. Not doing the flowers thing because guess what? They die.
Yeah.
Didn't really do no crazy meal or anything. It's just like another day at the house,
Yeah.
So whatever, So
Yeah,
yeah,
that makes sense.
that's what my Valentine's Day was wrapped up. She got me candy. She got the kids candy. Boom, all done.
Yeah.
On to the next
That's cool.
next day. So yeah. So
Yeah, that's cool. Honestly, so I got my wife. Did I get this for her last year for anniversary? So it was like 2022, anniversary 2022. There's
mm,
roses that you can buy. I can't remember what they're called, like Forever
oh
Flowers or something like that,
yeah, I remember you
where
telling me that.
you get them. Yeah, you get them, and she still has them on the shelf, and they still have like a little, they still have the scent to them that they put on them,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the rose smell is, and they
Right.
still look pretty good. You can tell they fade just a little bit because they were like they're like that pastel pink. They have a little tiny bit of fade on them,
Yeah.
but still they look good. And so, I mean, I would say the next flower gift, you get for your wife, I would recommend this to anybody. Get those because, they still look good after, a couple, a year plus. They still have a scent to them. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they obviously don't like die and whatever, like,
Cool.
just like regular fresh cut flowers. So yeah,
Okay.
they're good.
All right. I'll keep that in mind for next
Next
time.
anniversary.
Yes. Anniversary. When is that coming up? September.
September. Yeah. Coming
Yep.
up.
All right. Last voicemail, peoples.
What up, brother from another mother? It is me,
Mhm.
Memphis Diva 99, your cousin from down south. Y'all, eggs. Can we talk about eggs and how they went up and how I love a nice veggie omelet? But yeah. So they I don't know. After a while, we're gonna start dealing eggs. But anyway, I looked on the internet the other day, and a Brahma chicken. It's a big chicken. It killed its owner.
Wow.
The guy was was breeding. He was a chicken owner,
Mm.
and I didn't know, but the back of the chicken leg, claw, whatever, they have this little claw back there, and it cut the man
Oh wow.
on his leg, and he bled to death, y'all. Google it. Very interesting. We got chickens. The chickens is fighting back.
Dang.
But oh
That's
well,
crazy.
I will call you guys later. Nothing's going on. The temperature is crazy. I'm over it. One day it's 70. Now it's 69, 68. I'm over it. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Wow. I'm looking
I've
at that.
not
That's
heard of
crazy,
the
man. I'm
deadly
reading
chicken.
it right now. So So it says the daughter of a man who died after being attacked by his pet rooster has spoken out about the tragedy as the bird was pictured. Can I still share?
Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can share this. That's a big old chicken, man.
That sounds scary.
So yeah. Whew.
That chicken looked like a man. You remember Foghorn Leghorn from
Yeah,
the
that's what
Looney
it looks
Tunes?
like, right?
That's what that looked like to me. I ain't trying to fight him.
Yeah. Can you see it? Did it pop up?
Yeah, it popped up. I'm looking at it.
Oh wow, it didn't pop up on my screen. So apparently my connection is boo-boo. Anyway.
Yeah, I say, boy.
Yeah, so the man 67 suffered a heart attack after the Brahma chicken plunged its spur into his leg. He lost liters of blood and couldn't be saved. Virginia Gunnan, 33, now wants to warn others about the dangers of owning poultry. She says a father of 2 and granddad of 2 was an experienced animal handler. Wow. Trainee healthcare assistant in Virginia from South Roscommon, Ireland said you wouldn't think a chicken can be dangerous, but they can be. That's crazy.
No,
look
bro.
how big that sucker is.
Nope.
That is. How big are these chickens compared to other chickens?
That sounds horrible.
Damn, it's like these fools got freaking pants on. It's like baggy pants. How much would you sell those chicken wings for?
Bro, that gotta be $10 a wing or more. Just per wing.
That drumstick is bust. Oh, here goes a little girl holding it. That sucker's about as big as her.
Wow. That is terrifying.
That's crazy. You ever seen those Maine Coon cats?
See if it'll show you how much they weigh and how tall they can get. Maine Coon cats?
Yeah. Maine Coon. So how much?
No, we're not doing that. No, we're not going to talk about that. Well, there's the wiki on the side, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Maine Coon cats.
Egg size is large. How big does a Brahma? 30 inches tall. That's over 2 feet, people. Like 2.5 feet tall.
No, we're not doing that. We're not going, nope.
That's 2.5 feet. That's like, dang, that's almost mid-thigh for me. Sheesh.
Dude, that's the type of chicken you need a cattle prod for. Forget that.
Let me see. Maine Coon cat breed. There it is. Watch how big these suckers are.
They look scary. Nope, that ain't real.
That's real, my friend. Real. That is real.
Good Lord. That's like a miniature lion.
For real,
that's a whole cougar. No, bro. I'm good. I don't want no part of that.
Yeah.
I don't like cats in the first place.
Freaking bobcat or something.
Yeah, it does look like a bobcat. What if all bobcats are just Maine Coon cats, just in the wild?
Oh, what if a bobcat like bred with a regular, domesticated cat and produced these, and they just kept on going?
No, that's probably what happened, to be honest.
Possibly.
I am not about this life. Nope.
And just think you have one of suckers that look just like this, all mean, just staring at you. And they like to sit on your chest when you're sleeping and stuff.
Just imagine this cat. Imagine him jumping from your bookcases, like your bookcase to your fire mantle to your countertop. No, bro. Nope.
Yeah. It's a big old kitty cat.
Coon.
Look at that sucker.
That's too big.
Yeah.
Look at the cat's face. He is just saying, since y'all can't see this, if you're listening, this cat's face just looks like, come on and mess with me. Let's see what's about to happen. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it is terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, so two
that's
things
one cat you do not want to piss off.
Yeah, two things I will try to stay away from my life: Maine Coon cats and Brahma chickens.
Yes.
Closely followed by any dog that is a large dog, just like the ones that you used to have. What you had, it was called a Great Dane back in the day.
Oh, yeah, that's my mama dog.
Nope, not me. You can have that. Great Dane, a Mastiff. There's several of those huge dogs. I'm like, no, y'all can have them. I ain't touching him. So, nope.
Oh boy. Well,
forget about it. Wow, that was her last video. That
was the last one, people. So thank you, Miss Kayla, Memphis Diva 99 on Instagram. Man. Make sure you go follow her. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, 353-BLAKPC or 385-325-2572. That's where you give us a little call. Tell us about some odd pets or odd animals that you've seen that people have as pets. Brahma chicken, Maine Coon cats, I don't know, wild possum, whatever. Let us know what you think. Crazy.
Speaking of something of the odd that you don't see that often is a white dude won the dunk contest. Give it up for McClung.
Who says
McClung,
white men can't jump?
Right, exactly. Who just signed, I think he signed a 2-way contract with the Philadelphia 76ers. He's been playing in the G League this year. And this kid, I remember he was like a viral star, showing him in high school, like jumping and dunking and like doing all this crazy stuff. And so, yeah, man. So I guess they invited him to the dunk contest here in Utah, which the whitest state that they probably have an NBA team in. So we'll just throw that out there. But yeah, man, invited him to the dunk contest against, every other player I'm pretty sure is in the NBA right now. They're at least a rookie in the NBA. And every single dunk he did was a 49 or higher. Amazing. I think he got a 50 on 3 of his dunks overall, which was insane. But this dude was throwing down some good dunk. And it's been a long time since I've been like excited to watch, the dunk contest. And yeah, man, he legitimately earned it. And so I'll tell you this. So of all the judges, I can't remember all the judges. I think we had Dominique Wilkins. We had Lisa Leslie. Shaq, I believe, was one. I believe, maybe I'm wrong. Karl Malone was a judge. Karl Malone was the biggest hater. Literally, somebody could do something like extremely creative, and Karl Malone's like 42, out of 50. When everybody else is giving somebody like 49 or 50. But Karl Malone gave this kid high marks every time. So I was like, you know what? The ultimate hater gives people high marks. So we'll be good with that. Yeah, but man, the dude was like, his first dunk, he ran up. He had two people he had a guy sitting on another guy's shoulder, holding the ball on top of his head. The dude ran up, jumped up over the guys, caught the ball, double clutch, reverse slam. And it was clean. He didn't miss a dunk. He didn't miss one attempt. And yeah, man, big shout out to him. Props to him. Gary Owen, the comedian. I don't know if y'all know Gary Owen, the comedian, but he instantly did like an Instagram video or something like that. He was like, "Yeah, the white boy won the dunk contest." Yeah, and, he had his like black comedian friends in the room with him, and they were throwing shade, but That's funny. He was just saying, "Hey, we finally did it." So yeah, it was cool. Has there been a white dude win the dunk contest before?
Does Blake Griffin count?
No. Blake doesn't count. I'm sorry.
Let me see.
He's mixed, so that's not officially pure white.
Let me think. I feel like I want to say yes, but then I don't know.
Yeah, let me look. I'm gonna try to. Okay, let me look at. Okay, here we go. The slam dunk contest winners. So let's go back. There, I swear there has to be one, but I think. Okay, come on, load up. All right, here we go. Where's the list? Where is the list? Why don't you just have like a regular list? Man, I hate this. All right, let's see here. Dr. J. Darnell Hillman. I don't know who he is. Portland. He sounds black. Let me look. Yeah, we'll say he's black. I can't see his photo. We'll just say he is. All right, cool. Let me go. Oh yeah, because he had that. He won the ABA's biggest Afro award. So he's definitely a brother. Let's see. Spud Webb, MJ, Kenny Walker, Dominique D. Brown. Let's see here. Harold Miner, Isaiah Ryder. Harold Miner was one of the judges too. Brent Berry. Okay, yeah, I remember
Brent
that.
Berry. Yeah,
won
Brent
in
Berry.
96. All right. And that was like right, I think after White Men Can't Jump came out, not long after that. So Brent Berry won. Let's see here. Fred Jones, Josh Smith, Nate Robinson, Gerald Green, Dwight Howard, Blake Griffin, like you said, that does not count. Let's see here. No, not that dude. Who is that dude? Let's see here. Terrence. Oh, dang. Let me see. John Wall, Zach Levine, nope. Glenn Robinson II, Donovan Mitchell, Hamidou Diallo. Nope, there hasn't. So it's just him. It's just two of them.
Wow.
Just two. That's it.
Well,
Mac McClung and Brent Berry. I remember Brent Berry winning that.
I do too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But hey, you know what, man? I'm gonna say it's pretty dope. You know that he was able to pull that off. So there was 2 years where there was no dunk contest in '98. That the WNBA and NBA 2-ball competition, which replaced the slam dunk contest because it had been getting played out. And then the lockout season of '99, those back-to-back years, they didn't have it. And then the next year, 2000, that was when Vince Carter came and like actually brought the dunk contest back.
I remember.
And then it died off for a while again.
Yeah, I remember when he stuck his arm through the goal. That was wild.
Yeah. So last night, actually, there's a player for the Knicks. His two dunks, his first and second round dunks. The first one, he stuck his arm through just like Vince Carter on the dunk. The guy got up so high where the rim, I swear, was like at his chest, right?
Wow. Yeah.
And he stuck his arm down through on the dunk, right? And his arm was down so low that it was deeper than Vince Carter. It was like, halfway up his bicep. Or no, it was actually almost to his underarm. So that was pretty dope to see just how high he got. But I don't think he scored high marks just because it was basically like trying to do the Vince Carter dunk again.
Yeah.
His second dunk, he actually put two arms in. Two arms.
Wow.
Both of his arms. And I was like, you know what? I think, for him, he was just like, look how high I can jump. I could jump so high that I could fit both my arms in. But it still was not that impressive. And Karl Malone, like I said, is the haterator, just like J. Del Negro, and gave him low marks. But yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, I just gotta say, man, it was the first time that I think I'd seen a dunk contest in a while where people were genuinely excited and amped up every time they saw this dude dunk. All on top of the fact that the dude is basically a G League player who, who's been like sort of up and down over the past year and change, in the NBA and hadn't really found a landing spot.
Yeah.
So maybe Philadelphia will be his spot because the kid got game. But yeah, man, to see that kid dunk, boy, oof, it was good.
Yeah. I actually seen a video of high school dunk contest that pretty much surpasses probably like the last decade of of
NBA?
NBA dunk contests, and it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
it was amazing, man. Those high school kids were doing their thing.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those. You know, when I was in every year in middle school, they had the 8th grade dunk contest. It was like the last day of school,
Mm-hmm.
because there was like an area at the middle school where, like, before school people hang out and just talk, chat, walk around. But there's like basketball courts, and there was one of the goals was like sort of lower. Just, I don't know if they intentionally made it lower, or just over the years of people like playing ball and dunking on it. So this goal was probably like 9 foot tall, 8.5, 9 foot tall. And so every year at the end of the year they have a dunk contest, and it's just really for like just for like props and bragging rights. There's nothing about it.
Yeah.
So I remember I competed in the dunk contest, my 8th grade year. And I
Oh,
did
boy.
good. I didn't win it, but I did good. But it was good, man. It was fun. I'm trying to think what dunk. So the dunk that I tried to practice to do was one that I think I saw Chris Webber do at some point in time when he was in the dunk contest. But it was like throw the ball up in the air, going toward the goal, do a cartwheel,
Whoa. Okay.
jump up, catch it, and
Oh, I lost you. Dang it.
you hear me now?
I hear you.
Yeah. So I practiced it at home and I got it.
Uh-huh.
But then when it got to the dunk contest, that was gonna be like my final dunk if I made the finals, and I didn't make the finals. So I left it. I didn't bring it out. But yeah, that was gonna be the one. And after looking at the dude who won, I can't remember exactly what he did, but remembering the fact that I remember his dunk, and I was like, nah, my dunk would have beat his easy. But whatever. It's the days. But yeah, them high school dunk contests normally much better.
Oh yeah. Wow. Yes.
Normally much better.
Interesting.
Anyway,
speaking of white man can't jump. Yeah, speaking of white man can't jump, did you hear there's a new movie coming out? New white man can't jump movie?
I think I heard that, but maybe
actually
I'm
a
thinking
trailer
about something
for
else.
it too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think there's a trailer for it as well. Stars Jack Harlow. Don't know how he got into acting. And
I did hear that. Yeah.
Come on.
Why?
Yeah. So anyway, that should be interesting, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe, possibly.
Are Wesley
I don't know
Snipes
if it
and
could
Woody
top the
Harrelson
original.
make a cameo?
I don't know. It'd be interesting. Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes make a cameo. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like when in the original movie, how those two had to play the other like super seasoned veterans. Yeah. So it'd be kind of cool, like if that happened on this one. But yeah,
that's
anyway.
cool. Yeah, no, I have not. I've not seen the preview for it. I know there's some other stuff coming out here soon, like Marvel movies, DC movies, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Ant-Man
just came out.
Yeah, Ant-Man. Yeah, it just came out, or is it coming out soon?
Yeah, it came out Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. I heard it was. I mean, I heard Jonathan. What's his name? Jonathan Majors is probably the standout in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because he put his all into it. Apparently, that's what I hear. I read. But other than that, I really hadn't been that much into Marvel movies much, man. I'm kind of getting tired and burnt out by them.
Yeah. I can understand it. I want to watch that movie. I'm excited to watch that movie just because I don't know. I just became a big fan of the character when Ant-Man initially came out. So I want to watch it. But yeah, I think it's almost a burnout situation, like you said. Like it feels like we were so inundated with it for good reason, because a lot of the movies were great. And then it's almost like we got to, what was it, Infinity War and all that stuff.
Yeah, and Endgame,
and Endgame, and then it was like everything had been building to that. And while they said, oh, there's going to be more after this, it's just like, that was it. Like for a lot of people, it was like, all right, cool. I saw it. I saw what happened to everybody that I fell in love with for like 10, 15 years, however long it took to get there. And then a lot of people were just like, I'm good. And then, with the unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman, it just made it, like, all right, well, dang, Black Panther 2 is just going to be not as good because he's not there, And so it's just hard to stay along. But then on top of that, you have DC coming out with their Superman and Batman and all that other stuff.
And the Flash. I thought this dude was like canceled, man.
Dude, he was canceled, but they were like, you know what? Maybe he has really good lawyers, and he was like, you know what? Y'all don't want this, whatever smoke that was gonna come with that. So
I could have swore, man, this dude was like, let's just completely remove him from everything because what he did was, oof.
Yeah,
that was I don't know if that deserved a let's give him a chance and make this movie, or was the movie was already made, right?
Yeah.
So
I think it was like in like almost finished production.
Like so they probably want to make their money back. They probably got to get that money back.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to find a way, man. Otherwise, it would just be sitting there, and there'd be millions of dollars sitting there, wasted doing nothing. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I can understand where you're coming from, being like fatigued about seeing those things. I still want to see them. It's just hard. And on top of that, I think with Disney was like, you know what? Let's capitalize on this. Let's make a streaming service and start doing like 400 spinoff TV shows.
Of course.
And I have friends who are like, and even you say, hey, did you get to watch, like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier or whoever it was? I was like, man, I ain't got time to watch all that. I just don't.
It's a lot, man. It's definitely a lot. We actually got to wait. Like, or I actually want to wait. Like, sometimes they release them week after week, and I'm like, let's just wait and just stream everything at one time, binge everything at one time. So it gets to be a lot, man.
Yep. It is hard. It's hard, man. It's hard to stick up with that. So I get where you're coming from, big time. But am I excited to see some of those? Yes, indeed. At some point in time, I'll watch them, or I'll just wait till they come out on video and watch them there. So
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Wow.
All right.
I have one thing for you here. So I just saw a list of things that. Oh wait, what happened? Did it? Don't you tell me this disappeared? I'll be so mad at you, internet. Okay, hold on. Let me try this again. How did that happen? That's weird. Okay, so I just found a list of things. This is on BuzzFeed as of yesterday. Okay, so it's very new. The price has gone up and quality has gone down. Okay. People are sharing things that rich people have all but ruined for the rest of us. So let's go through it.
Okay.
And then initially it says, if you think back to your childhood or even just back a few years ago, it's clear that many things in life that were once intended for the masses have become wildly more expensive. So let's go through it. So first off, and you could just tell me agree or disagree, right? Here we go. So first off, cereal.
Just any kind of cereal?
Yeah, just like regular, like if you think like Fruit Loops, Captain Crunch, whatever it is, yeah.
I don't think they ruined
Sugar Bear. It says that it used to be a cheap kid's food, and now it costs $6 or $7 for some box.
Well, yeah. We still got the off-brand though.
Yeah. That's
a big old bag of apple. What do they call it? Apple circles.
Apple Jacks. Yeah. Apple rings.
Apple rings. There you go.
Apple loaves. All right, here we go. Next, camping. It's now called glamping.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Ruined. I don't know if I'd say ruined, But glamping definitely is the more bougier version.
I mean, you go somewhere where you have like a tent that's pre-set up. You have a large, big screen TV. You got a
Yeah,
fridge. Got a
yeah,
whole fireplace inside of the camp. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a little wild.
yeah.
Okay, let's see here. I'm not gonna go to that one. Buying a home. Said the grandparents bought a house in Maui in the 1950s for under 50,000. The same house, a 70-year-old house, has gone for over $1 million with basically no renovations.
Yeah.
House buying. I think home prices have definitely gone way up, and
Oh yeah.
the what do you call it? The economy is going like up and down on home prices, so I think they're going to
Hmm.
get back low again. You just got to wait. But yeah,
Yeah.
but
Like.
but speaking of that location in Hawaii, yeah, I can say, the expense of living in Hawaii from people I know who live there
Uh-huh.
is astronomical. I have one buddy from high school that is a real estate agent, and looking at some of the houses that he lists, like
Mhm.
everything is close to,
Crazy.
if not over $1 million, and they're
Yeah.
basic homes anywhere else.
No. Yeah. See, that's tough right there because everything has gone up, especially here in Texas right now. Like my house is I'm not complaining about it. It's probably worth 3 or 4 times as much as what we paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
There's been
That's
like a
good.
super influx of people moving from like California, what they call it,
Yeah,
the Great Migration or whatever it is, uh,
yeah, yeah.
to Texas. And of course, they're used to paying like close to $1 million for probably a 2 bedroom house. They could
Mm-hmm.
get freaking, I don't know, 6, 7 bedroom house here, 5, 6 bedroom house here for way less than that, half
Mm-hmm.
the amount. So
Yeah, that's
there's been
crazy,
a
man.
crazy influx of people coming in that are like,
Yeah.
and people are home builders are capitalizing on that. So
Oh yeah, yeah. They're smart. They know what's up.
yeah.
And I mean, even here, comparing the house prices here to California or to
Hmm.
back home in Texas, like it's way more expensive here than it is in Texas, and
Yeah.
way less expensive than it is in California. I'm trying to say
Hmm.
for basically for the same house, less lot or more lot. I don't know. It just doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense. So yeah, I can see the truth in that. So here we go. Next up, concerts. We just talked about that.
Okay. Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
that's
that's
right.
a yes.
Yes.
Let's see here. Cheap cuts of meat. We
Cheap
talked about
cuts of
that for the
meat.
chicken. Yeah, but early. Okay, so like you remember, like I mean, we were kids. Like our parents would get like oxtail. I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
They would get
Turkey
like
necks.
pieces. Yeah, turkey necks, like pieces of like those bacon chunks to put into greens and stuff. All that stuff. All that stuff was a lot less expensive back then. But on here it says, thanks to TV chefs, they've made everything more expensive because they're like, oh, you can do this with this cheap cut of meat, quote unquote, and make like pork belly tacos and like all this stuff. And now this stuff is crazy expensive. I believe that is true.
Yeah, I believe it's true. That's true.
Expensive. Let's see here. What's next? And New York City, I guess that makes sense. College education. It said it used to be affordable without financial aid. Now tuition has skyrocketed far beyond the rate of inflation, and
Mm.
only the very rich can afford it. I can see that. Even in the time that we went to school, college was not cheap then. So they must be talking way back then. Let's see. Um, the internet. Once upon a time, you knew the only people online were people who genuinely wanted to be a part of community and subculture, the internet.
Yeah.
Then the
Yeah.
rich found out about it, and now the internet has become nothing but ads, subscription fees, and data gathering. Facts.
Wow.
Facts.
Yeah.
Live
Yeah. I
sporting
could agree.
events. Yeah, live sporting events. We just talked about that. It said a fun
Yeah.
day out with a friend at an NFL game will run you about $500. Alternatively, you can watch it on your big screen at home, which has better play-by-play and angles than being at the game, where you end up watching half of it, having a monitor anyway at the game.
Mm.
Unless I get tickets for free, I don't even bother going to sporting events anymore. That's what this one person said. Yeah, Super Bowl tickets were crazy.
Yeah.
So the same seats that my son and I had for the TCU versus Michigan game in
Mhm.
Arizona at that stadium for our ticket was like 100 and I can't, it was like $150 or something like that a ticket.
Right.
So the same seats that we had, which were up in the nosebleeds, like not at the top, but not at the bottom of the nosebleeds, but still like somewhere in the middle. Those Super Bowl tickets were like over $1,000 for the same
Yeah.
seat,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
anywhere down low was like over 4K. Come on.
Yeah. They had the local station did like a price analysis for people who were thinking about traveling there. They factored in flight on that particular weekend
Mm-hmm.
and hotel costs, and people were paying well over $10,000
Oh my
just to
gosh.
travel to the Super Bowl, even if they got
Oh
the
my
lower
gosh.
seats.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I can't. That's our trip wasn't cheap, but it wasn't like that stupid. Like and of
Yeah.
course I got deals on hotel and like all this other stuff. And I think the
Mm,
most expensive thing I paid for was just gasoline outside of the tickets was gasoline. So
wow.
that's wild. And also the gas, I normally only stopped at a place where I knew I'd get a discount too. So I was trying to
Mm,
be as smart as possible. But here we go. Next up, cars. Now that rich people can't afford to pay $65,000 for a BMW, Mercedes, or
yeah.
Audi,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's impossible to get even a half decent car for under 30K. I don't
Mm,
know. I don't know if I
uh,
agree with that one. I think I disagree because I think there's a lot of good cars that are
yeah.
within that 30, but maybe they're just talking about the overall price of cars has gone up inflation
Probably.
wise.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't.
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
if I agree with that either.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Skiing as a hobby, I will say that that is true based on my kids having to ski. That stuff is not expensive. Coffee, it used to be cheap and you only had
Oh
two
boy.
choices when you ordered it, regular or decaf. It was a blue collar working person's drink, an office worker's drink that was easily affordable. Now
Yeah.
coffee is wildly expensive.
Crazy.
Bags of coffee, true.
Yeah. That. Then you have, of course, you got the most popular Starbucks
Mm-hmm.
with
Mm-hmm.
their ridiculous amounts, and then of course, and then you got people who are like, I don't feel like paying this amount. I think I'm going to start making, uh, start my own coffee company, get these
Yep.
fresh beans from whoever, and sell a
Mm-hmm.
bag of that for a ridiculous
Arabica
amount.
beans. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I could see that the influx of what do you, not designer coffee? What do you want to call it?
Yeah, craft coffee. Craft
Craft. Yeah, okay, craft
designer.
coffee.
That's what
You
they
know
call it. Yeah.
those places.
Yeah, I believe that to be true.
It's like, give me a small.
Also,
No, it's a
hmm
tall.
yeah, yeah. Also, the fact that you have like you just mentioned Starbucks, you have two Starbucks that are dueling Starbuckses. There's one on there's somewhere in New York, I can't remember where it is, where there's
Uh,
a Starbucks on all four corners of this one intersection.
crazy.
Um, there's a place in Chicago that one of my friends posted a video the other day.
Mm,
Excuse me, and yeah, it's a four corners intersection in Chicago, and there's a Starbucks on one of the corner. Catty corner to that, there's another Starbucks, and
right.
it's just a busy intersection. So maybe they're like, you know what, we don't want to make people have to cross the intersection to get to our Starbucks, so we'll just open it. It's crazy, but yeah, I feel it. Even to go buy a bag of coffee at the store, like even like the store brand coffee is still like $7 a bag. It's a little silly.
That's wild.
Okay, next up, nerd paraphernalia, like Star Wars or Marvel stuff, action figures, comics, stuff like that.
Mm,
Collectibles used to be a fun hobby for kids at heart. Now it's almost totally purchased by rich people. Like I guess like the higher end stuff.
yeah. I mean, I see that as a yes and no
Mm-hmm.
because Star Wars is, for example, just it's a freaking classic amongst all sci-fi, you know, all
Mm-hmm.
drama or genres, I should say.
Yeah.
So it's like yesterday we went to the Lego store just to go look. There were Star Wars Lego pieces or Lego sets that were averaging about anywhere between $200 and $500. So I could see that. And then of course you got your popularity. So then your vintage toys and stuff like that, all that stuff is gonna go up in price or whatever. So I mean, it's kind of like you could pretty much apply that to like comic books or baseball cards or something like that. You know, just these collectible type things. They're gonna the older they are, they're gonna go up in price for newer collectors or anybody collecting. So
I think you're right. I think you're right. It's a collector's item. And then this is maybe even along the same lines. The next one that pops up, it says video games. You used to be able to find used video game consoles for practically free. Think about like the days of like early GameStop, right? And nowadays they're all collector's items, you know, and even buying a new console. Say what?
Remember Babbage's? What's it called? Babbage's.
Oh yeah, Babbage's. I remember that place. What's the other name of the place? There's another place that was always only in the mall. I can't remember the name right off.
I forgot the name.
But yeah, it's essentially the same type of place. And then GameStop, you know, even the early days of GameStop was just like everything was pretty inexpensive. You can trade games for almost the full value, you know, find used games for like $5-6. And then now going into I went to GameStop yesterday, and used game prices for like even like games that are a couple years old are like sort of stupid, like $30, $40. I'm like, bro,
exactly.
Just go and buy it brand new and download it straight up, you know?
Exactly.
It's crazy. Consoles, controllers are crazy, you know? Like the cheapest, like I think the cheapest Xbox branded wireless controller I think is like $65.
Yeah, that's you know? I bought my kid one for Christmas, and it was pretty much that price. It's like 60, somewhere around $70 after taxes.
Yeah, only for it to not be able to recognize that you plugged in a headset, you know, 2-3 months later. That always happens. Oh man, it's ridiculous. All right, so let's see here. Oh, Jared, what just happened? Let's go back to it. I think I have like one of these little side forward and backward buttons on my mouse. So I think I accidentally hit that a couple times. That's what happened earlier. Okay, so here we go. So after that, okay, next one up. Okay, public beaches. I don't even know what that is. Maybe public beaches because it used to be where you could just go out. And now there's private beaches where it costs to go in some of those spaces. So I get that. Let's see here. Land that once housed family fun spots like kitschy amusement parks, campsites, public picnic areas, fishing holes, campgrounds, and miniature golf. Now most land is too valuable for such simple pleasures. So many of those places have become business parks, high-rise condos, and restaurants. I can see that. Farmers markets, the only one in my town is essentially an outdoor grocery store now, no longer a way to save money on local produce. It has the same prices as Whole Foods, and only a few items even look like they're better quality. Lobster, okay, whatever, man. Lobster's expensive, regardless. Unless you live on the coast or near a coast, any seafood's going to be expensive. But yeah, that's essentially the list. They have some other random stuff on there, but it's not really worth talking about because I don't think you or I are going to go out and try to buy a sailboat anytime soon. So, but
no.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's wild. There are some things that I can understand get ruined by maybe becoming more mainstream. I wouldn't say the rich ruined it, but I would say maybe more mainstream, you know?
Right.
So
yeah, it's pretty much like everything. The more something becomes, you know, more popular, then more people will try to capitalize off it and start raking up the prices and things like that. So
exactly. You gotta be more intentional about where you spend your money and how you spend your money, the experiences, you know, that you want to do. Just like Caleb was talking about earlier about the Beyonce concert, you know, if you are a true Beyonce fan, you're going to go regardless of the price. It's going to hurt after the fact.
Oh yeah, you better enjoy yourself.
You know,
And you
this
better get
be
that
the time.
better get that insurance, that ticket insurance too. Just in case you gotta cancel.
Big time.
Yep.
But you know, that's the main thing. But otherwise, you know, enjoy yourself. But just say, hey, you know, you spent that money. Hope you had a good time. Anyway, that's all I got.
Yeah, I really don't have much of anything else myself. Yeah, just
let's bounce then.
Another day, another dollar, and I guess we'll be out. So, if there's nothing more, Jared, sir, we're gonna be out. Thanks everybody for tuning in once again. Twitter and Instagram, #Blackout Pod. Check us out on your favorite streaming app. Email us topics, anything you want. #blackoutpod@gmail.com. You want to email us some, some merch. Well, email us asking if we want some merch or want to be sponsored. You know, you can do that too. We'll support you on our podcast. You know, definitely hit us up with a voicemail, 3853-BLAKPC or 3853-252572. And then what you could do right after that, after you leave us whatever voicemail you want, you could hit up hooksrub.com, get yourself some hooks, get yourself some hooks merch, sprinkle it, wear it, drink from it. Probably a million other things you could do with some custom hooks merch. Yeah. Happy Mardi Gras to my people. Yes. Happy Mardi Gras to my folks. So
bon temps roulé.
Oh man. Yeah. That. Wish I could go back home for that, but I'm a little too old now. A little too old to be in that foolishness, even though it's fun.
Yeah.
Be cool for my kids. My kids could experience it. They've never been to a Mardi Gras parade or any type of parade as is.
Yeah. One day. Maybe
one day.
Maybe one day when they're older and they can elbow people, you know, a little bit better in the fray. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, man.
For people that might be better to go back then. So
yeah, these youngsters nowadays, man, I don't think they're ready for that. At least not my kids. They didn't grow up in that environment, so they're not ready for it.
I'm trying to figure out where I could get a king cake here in the Salt Lake area. There's only like 2 or 3 places that I would totally trust that I would get something from. So there's one grocery store that will be able to pull them off the right way, and there's like a couple of bakeries. But I would like to try to get a king cake for Tuesday. I thought
we actually bought one from Albertsons. Not saying it was the greatest, but
but I've had one from there before too, and it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, they're cool. I don't know if the Albertsons up at your way gets them, but it's worth a try.
Yeah, I mean the nearest Albertsons to me though is like 4 hours away.
Ooh, so never mind.
But the next closest option, there's like some other store here that's like associated with Albertsons. I think they're in the same food store group, so I can try. I don't know, but otherwise, yeah, there's a place called Harmon's here that would be good. The Smiths. Okay, Smiths is like Kroger's. They may have it here. Gourmandies. Okay. All right, so I see a couple places that I might try to go to. Okay. I want to try to pick one up because that would be good. You know what I'm trying to say, man?
I hear you.
I had good king cake since I was in Texas, honestly. So I'm gonna have to see if I can pick one up later.
That's cool. Do that.
And then wear a crazy mask on Tuesday to work. Everybody be like, "What's wrong with you, Jared?" I don't know.
Get all your sinning out on Tuesday, because Wednesday is it's Ash Wednesday for.
And you clean it up.
Yep, that's pretty much what it is. You know, you do all your sinning on Tuesday, so you start lean on Wednesday.
All right. Good to know.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and gorge myself on king cake.
That's pretty much it. Pretty much it.
What is it called when you find a baby? Is there like some kind of like specific term for that?
No, you just found the baby and you get a, I think it was a year of good luck, and you get a, apparently, and then the next year you got to buy the king cake. Whoever finds the baby.
Okay. Every time I see that situation where they have the baby in there and somebody finds the baby, I'm always scared that somebody gonna eat it and choke. You know,
Choke on it. Yeah. They just really got to be greedy to really munch down on that baby and just completely swallow it.
Yeah,
they got to like not be chewing; they just inhale and stuff.
Yeah, just big bite, swallow. Big bite, swallow. Yeah,
pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Good to know. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you know if I find a king cake, and then I'll report back to you next week how that went.
So, sounds good. Cool.
On that note,
Blacking out, folks.